Welcome back to part 2 of the navigational video. In the previous topic, we have covered various navigational areas of the SAP system. Now in this topic, I will show you some other navigational areas, starting off with technical names. Within the SAP Easy Access screen, there are two main folders, Favorites and SAP Menu. And within SAP Menu, there are 8 containing subfolders. Now, regardless which module I choose, what I'm going to show you won't change. Which subfolder will I use? I will just choose this one. Now see these 4 or 5 digit transaction codes appearing right before the description? In some cases, when you log into a system, these technical names don't appear mainly because you haven't checked an option. Although you can see the process, let me hide these names and show you what I mean. Now, if I go back to the same folder, all I have is just a description, but no transaction code. There are 2 ways of knowing a transaction code. Simply double-click, and on the status bar, you can see its transaction. But alternatively, the effective option is this second method. Go into Extra, select Settings, and check this last option, Display Technical Names, and hit OK. Now, if I go to the same subfolder, I can simply see the T codes right before the description. So if you have system access and you don't see a transaction code, don't panic. Just check the option I showed you and you will see the transaction codes. Suppose you are running a particular report that contains the past 2 to 3 years of historical data. Let me use Stock Overview as an example. Let me make some random selections here just to show it to you. Although I know I picked a wrong example, what I wanted to show you is that you can simply restrict the output of your result in SAP so that it doesn't take a whole day to run any historical report. There isn't much to see here, but let's imagine there are some data here and you wanted to restrict its output to a specific material or just one storage location. Let me select a material once again. I hope there is some data there. Nothing again. What I want to show you is that you can restrict any report regardless of its history using plant, storage, or even a company code so that it doesn't take forever to run. If needed, you can limit its output based on the selection you provided. Since there isn't much here, I can't even show you how you can download its output into Excel. Let me see if I can find the cost center plan versus actual report. I haven't used that report in a while, so let me figure out where it is. It's within one of these subfolders, but it's okay. I will show you how you can download data into Excel later. Now let's move to the next area, which is Display Settings. If you click on this colorful icon and then click on Options, there are other options to choose from, but let's select Options. Using this option, you can control various themes and settings such as fonts, color, contract, and you can even choose the color configuration and make changes to keyboard settings. There's too much for you to play around and learn, so don't be shy. Play around with these settings to familiarize yourself. Next, I want to show you the default settings. Defaults are set when an SAP user profile is created. Simply go to System, User Profile, and select Own Data. From here, you can select Title, and you can choose anything you like from this list. You can also change last name, first name, and etc. I don't play around with this screen much, but you can add anything you want in this tab. But the next tab is very important. You can choose a customized start menu. You can set the default to your login language so you don't have to key it in the future. There are so many options to choose from. Decimal notation is important. Remember, SAP is created by Germans, so by default you will see this German setting. So if for any reason you see a decimal point instead of a comma in a value, this means you will have to come to this menu and change your parameters style from German to English. SAP allows you to create a shortcut of a transaction on your desktop. Click on Generate Icon, follow the instruction by clicking Next, and you will see a shortcut on your local machine in no time. I'm going to hit Cancel here. Personally, I don't like these types of shortcuts. If you haven't noticed already, there are these other options available to you to switch between various menus. Let me click on this icon for you. It's loading, so let's wait. This option is available to you to send a message between various users, but I hardly came across anyone who is using this option. But when it comes to SAP, it's always good to know the standard functionalities that are available to you. You can create appointments and play around with these features if you'd like. I know we have covered a lot as part of navigation in SAP, but trust me, these are very useful. And I would recommend for you to go through these videos a few times so that you can familiarize yourself with the SAP system. Remember, whatever techniques we are teaching you is going to be very helpful, and you will know the SAP system inside out in no time. See you in the next topic.